Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
It would not let me unmute us.
That
was terrifying.
I was like, oh, gosh.
Hello, and welcome back to Going Beyond the Castle. I am your host, Ashley Rude, joined by my lovely co-host, Lori Talamo. Lori, how are you?
I'm okay. It's been a day, but I'm okay.
You are
It's almost
great.
over.
My headphone situation isn't.
Your headphones aren't working.
There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Thank you for joining. We are live on. Lori, I'm trying to find you on TikTok real quick.
Okay.
I don't have like a quick live ad button. Quick invites. Not inviting any of these people.
Mm-hmm.
I could invite Liv. I'm sure that would go well.
If it was this morning, it would have been. Oh, wait. How do I?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
What's happening?
All right.
Got it. This morning would have been great.
Did I find you? Did you find me?
Except
there we
it's
go.
always such a chore for me to get on TikTok.
Yeah, it is. It is also a chore for me to get it started up. I really got to work on that.
Got it.
These are my 2020 goals. It is also a chore for TikTok to connect to my phone.
Yeah, I have.
We really got to get this set up before next time. Anyways, if you're new here, we usually have our crap together, just not tonight. My name's Ashley Rude. I'm joined by my co-host once again, Lori Talamo. And in saying all that, I realized I've already said it. We are Going Beyond the Castle, your travel podcast. We talk about Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, anywhere you want a vacation. We are talking about it. Tonight, we're talking about the cruise industry and cruising. I feel weird saying cruising. Like,
why?
Is there another term for that?
I don't think so.
That I don't know. It just feels like it has another term.
Feels weird. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Sailing.
It almost feels like swinging. Sailing. That's.
Is that worse?
I think so. I don't know. Well, that's for another podcast. Anyways. So yeah, anything travel, we are down to talk about it, and we always want to talk to you about your travel. If it's upcoming, if it's already happened, if it's currently happening, let us know if you're on vacation, and we would love to chat about it. If you're new here and you want to follow us anywhere on the interwebs, we are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We've got a website, goingbeyondthecastle.com. We're on Instagram. I think we're on Threads. We're on Twitter. Anywhere you think has a social media, we're there. As always, we start the podcast off with news, and boy, is it a big news week for the Disney parks. News. Yeah. First and foremost, they appointed a new Walt Disney World president. His name is Joe Schott. He has had a 36-year career with the company, which is wild.
Wow. That's crazy.
I was actually listening to the radio this morning, and I always listen to the radio station out of Orlando.
Are you? There you are.
What'd I do?
Sorry. It looked like it was frozen for a minute. I won't say anything though, so that way you don't know it.
Yeah. They said that the new president actually started his career as a skipper at the Jungle Cruise for Walt Disney World, which I thought was cool.
There's hope for Katie.
There is hope for
That's
Katie.
Not how she started though, huh?
No, she started outdoor vending at
Katie.
Animal Kingdom, I think. Katie should be here soon. We chatted
Gotcha.
earlier.
Sweet.
So yeah, new president. He was previously over, I think, Walt Disney World Experiences. So he helped launch like the new Disney Cruise Line ships and stuff like that. So it's not some
Fun.
no pun intended Joe Schmo. He does have experience, and hopefully he does a great job. We are no longer with President Daddy Josh. We are now Disney CEO Daddy Josh. So that is the new president news. Do you want to talk about the Disneyland Resort Park hopper?
Fun. Sure. So this is as of June 9th. So currently right now at Disneyland, you still have to wait until 11 before you can park hop. So as of June 9th, that is changing and you will be able to park hop before 11. So, which I don't know. I mean, I feel like unless you go to a park for one ride and then want to leave, like I feel like 11 is still kind of early, like almost like a waste. Well, Disneyland is different though, because you can walk between those two parks. So that's a little different than park hopping at Disney World. But yeah, so no longer will you have to wait until 11 to park hop as of June 9th.
I just don't see a need in park hopping like so early.
Yeah, me either.
Like if you're what time do they open? 9?
I think it's dependent on a day.
Gotcha. Because like if you're there, you know, by 8 or 9, you can get a couple good rides in by lunch and then flip over.
Yeah.
But I've also never been, so who am I to do that?
Me either, but I will be there in a few months. I'm excited.
What's the countdown? What's it looking like?
Oh shoot, I can't look on my phone because I'm on TikTok. Let me tell you.
Oh.
How many days until?
Are you Googling how many days until?
142 days.
Nice.
Yep. I'm excited.
And you and I are 2 weeks away from a vacation.
Yes. And mine is cruising, not to be confused with swinging.
Feels yucky.
Never look at cruising the same.
I know. There
will be no pineapples on my door.
No upside down pineapples for Lori. Got it.
My daughter will be with us anyway.
Oh yeah, you have to behave for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, if you're going to Disneyland and feel like park hopping at 8 a.m., go for it. Live your best life, queen.
Yeah.
I wonder if Fred is park hopping right now.
I don't know. I think today and yesterday was some training days for him. So.
Katie wants to know if this is your Mardi Gras cruise.
Yes, it is. It is.
Isn't Bethany on a cruise right now too?
Bethany's going on a cruise next week. So she's a little bit before me. And then like her last day and my first day kind of cross over. But she's going on Princess cruise to Alaska.
So you guys will not be like waving, like literal passing ships in the night?
No, not even anywhere close. Yeah. Hello, Charlene. That's my mother-in-law.
Hi, Charlene. The Walt Disney World Studios land has opened over at Hollywood Studios. They bulldozed the brick archway. They tore out all the concrete. They tore out the launch bay. They're giving us the animation studio. We have new character meet and greets. They're not here yet, but we will have them. Isn't it the Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Go Live or something?
Yeah. They already had that kind of in that area too.
Yeah.
Once before, yeah.
But yeah, they opened it up. It's really cute, and there are a lot of nods to like the OG animation building, which I thought was super cute. Lori, I don't know if you've seen any of it, but there's a bunch of footprints for like all the Disney characters. There's cute little statues.
Cute.
Um,
No, I feel torn because I always say like I don't like to research stuff in advance because I want to experience it. But now I feel like for the podcast, I really should.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, I
you
guess
have to
stuff
tell
like
me.
that's not. I mean, I don't care if something gets spoiled because I mean, I'll see stuff on the internet or whatever. But
Right,
I don't know. I guess maybe I need to rethink my logic.
just maybe don't do rides. Just do like
Yeah,
the lands
experiences
and
and stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which leads me to Muppets or Rock and Roller Coaster featuring the Muppets is open as well, and I am purposely not going to provide any spoilers for anyone because I know Lori wants to ride it in January. I have a feeling Katie, who said she's going to send us pictures of Animation Courtyard on Facebook,
Fun.
she's going to want to ride the new Rock and Roller Coaster soon. So I just want to say it's open to a select amount of people. I don't know who all it's open to right now. Katie, if you'd like to tell me and chime in, that'd be awesome. But it looks so cool. There's so many nods to Muppet Vision and the history of the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
And they have given my day a nice pep in its step because the animation or the courtyard background music that I was playing earlier,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. I love it so much. Like there's just enough mix of like oldies and also the Muppets Mayhem band and also like early 2000s pop. It's just a great playlist, and I
Yeah.
would highly recommend you listen to it on YouTube. Over at Epic Universe, everyone's beloved annual pass holders have previews right now to Rock and Roller Coaster. Is it featuring or starring the Muppets? Over at Epcot, the beloved Captain Cacao, which is kind of like the park mascot. They don't really have a park mascot, but he is like well known in like a chocolate shop there. He's gonna start doing meet and greets, which I thought was awesome.
As
He'll be
many
doing
times
them.
I've been to Epic, I've never. I just looked it up to see what this is because I have. You said Epic Universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you? My phone. Did you feel the vibration
No,
on my phone? Okay. Um, I don't know who that is. I don't even
Captain
remember seeing
Cacao.
this thing at. Yeah, and I've been to Epic like what 100 times.
My favorite Disney influencer, Molly from the Mammoth Club, loves Captain Cacao. So I can imagine that she is over the moon about it.
I'm literally like, where was I? Did I even go to Epic Universe? Because I swear I'm gonna have to ask Bethany. Like, am I losing my mind? I don't remember seeing this thing anywhere. Is it new?
No. It's in. Are you looking? You're googling it, so I don't need to double Google it. But yeah, it's in the Oh, I'll send you the link on it later. He's in like whatever chocolate shop there is, or maybe it's the ice cream shop in Celestial Park.
Okay. I mean, if that's the only place he is, and that's probably why, because I didn't go in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like.
Oh no, I just exited out of our spreadsheet.
I'm about to text Bethany. Like
Bethany, who's on a cruise.
No, she hasn't left yet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you have to ask her. And when she says yes, let me know.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Captain Cacao. Epic Universe.
And you know what? I'm gonna ask in my other group too. Our little.
The teddy bear-like mascot for Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets.
Yeah, I'm at a loss. I did not see that thing.
Yeah. He's adorable though. I think he's so cute. And whenever I go to Epic Universe, I'm going to meet him.
There you go.
Whenever that is.
Yeah.
My mom said Landon loves Muppets Mayhem. Does that mean you're going to put him on the roller coaster?
Oh, gosh.
I'm sure he'd be thrilled. Anyways. Last, but most certainly not least, on the subject of updated news, airport luggage transfer is expanding for Walt Disney World. Right now, it's currently only available to those guests staying at a value resort. But luggage transfer is now available to United Airlines. My mom said no. United Airlines passengers, American Airlines passengers, and it's always been available to Southwest Airlines passengers. So, if you're flying one of those, jump on the Disney website and register your luggage so that way you can get the automatic airport transfer. I didn't realize, well, I guess it only makes sense that it's handled by a third party. Do you have a lot of clients, Lori, that utilize that airport luggage transfer?
I haven't had anyone use it. At least not through me. Like I haven't talked to anyone or heard of anyone using it. I don't know. I have to be in control of my luggage. Like that would stress me out.
Yeah.
Okay. So my friend Lori's the only one who's responded so far. And I was like, do y'all know who Captain Cacao is at Epic? She said, no. I was like, me either. But Ashley mentioned him getting a meet and greet, and I had no idea. Celestial Park Chocolate Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like there's a niche group of people who like Captain
For
Cacao.
the luggage stuff? Oh, for Captain Cacao.
Oh, well, that too. That too.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you like to kick off our topic?
Sure. Let me get over to my notes. Okay. Yeah. So this is perfect topic because, as Ashley said, I will be cruising in 2 weeks. I'm excited. Like we've had so much kind of stuff going on lately. Like I'm just super excited to have a vacation, even though, so like a cruise is a little more chill than, obviously than, like a theme park vacation. However,
yeah, definitely.
It's really not that chill if you're going to do excursions and do things. I mean, you can take it either way. So it just kind of depends on what type of cruiser you are. If you're one that literally just wants to go and just like hang out on the ship or hang out at a beach and not do like, activity type excursions, then, it can be kind of chill. So, she's like, that's very random. Like, I know we're still on Captain Cacao. Anyway, so one of the things it's very interesting is that there's so many different cruise lines. And so it's kind of, like people are like, how do I know which cruise line is the best one that fits? So I'll go through like just the different ones. And I haven't sailed. So I have only sailed so far on Carnival and Virgin Voyages. So I don't have personal experience with the other ones. I've booked clients on some of the other ones. And I feel like cruising is cruising, but they're all kind of different and dynamic in their own ways. So of course you have Disney Cruise Line that is Disney focused. You have the characters. It's very family oriented. However, when I go in January on Disney Cruise for the first time, it will be just Josh and I as adults. And, my friends are going just adults. So you can do adults only on that cruise line, but it is family focused. Royal Caribbean, same thing, family focused. It's kind of got a mixed age groups there. Like I know some people look at Royal Caribbean as maybe like older crowds, which it kind of probably is. But they may have some like, mid crowds and some kids because some of their ships are massive now and they have the water parks and things like that to attract kids too. Then you have Carnival Cruise Line, which is the party cruise line, the fun ship atmosphere. This is it's budget friendly. Now, in saying that though, like when we did Braden's cruise, his senior cruise was out of was Carnival out of New Orleans, and it wasn't a very cheap cruise. We, however, somehow Braden, who was 18, had a casino rate. And
What?
yeah, who had never played in a casino on the ship before. I think what happened was we did a cruise with my stepdad before he passed away, and I think we had Braden assigned in his cabin, and my stepdad was a gambler. And so I think maybe that's how Braden got it, but it was beneficial for us because we got a suite for the four of us for the same price that my in-laws paid for two for a balcony. So
Wow.
it was pretty decent rate. But Carnival is going to be wild. It's going to be, especially if you're doing like a shorter cruise, like a 3 or a 4 day cruise. That's for the people who are legit there to party, and get kind of wild. We have Norwegian Cruise Line. It's kind of flexible for travelers, as a little bit more different. There's like freestyle cruising. It's not as restricted for dining. Like do have dining times, but you can get some more, which the other ones kind of have it too. But it's not as much scheduled stuff. It's good for couples. It's good for families as well. But I would venture to say, and if any of my cruise friends are listening, I would venture to say if somebody with small kids, I would feel like maybe Norwegian might not be one that I would pick for families with small kids. I mean, not that they don't have stuff to do, but I don't know. I just envision it as being more of like couples or, like older.
Interesting. Where does
yeah,
where does Norwegian like cruise to? Did they go to like the same spots as everyone else?
Yeah. Yeah, they all kind of
Okay.
go in the same, except like when you get to Princess and stuff like that. Yeah, MSC cruises, I don't have a lot of experience or really any experience with MSC. I have quoted one for a client. They ended up not booking it. Those are really good for like international travelers, like European style type cruising. Um,
What does
which
MSC stand for?
girl, I knew you was gonna ask me that.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Keep
Okay.
going.
um Virgin Voyages, which just happens to be like top of my list. That was like an amazing cruise. That is an adults only cruise line. So if you want to cruise without kids, it's the perfect cruise line. And let me tell you, the food, when we went on the cruise line, that was probably the best food that we had on a cruise ever. They don't do the typical buffet style food. They'll have, like, they do have the area that's that you would go in, that doesn't have, like, where you don't, just, what is it called? It's kind of like the buffet area, but they actually serve you. So like you'll go up and they serve you the food. They have all kind of different stations. Like everything was really good. It didn't taste like buffet food at all. The experience overall was really fun. They don't have a ton of partying. Like you won't go on and have like the deck party in the beginning. They do have some stuff, though. It's kind of, you have to search it out, but it's super cool. It's my favorite cruise line. Same thing with Celebrity. I don't really have any experience with that. I don't know where Ashley went. Um, but I see her on TikTok, so we're just gonna keep going. Celebrity, it says mostly, it's better for couples, kind of like relaxed luxury trips. And then same thing with Princess Cruises. Princess is really famous for Alaska destinations, and mature cruisers. And she's back. She's back. Okay. Yeah. So
We'll just pretend I never left.
yes. So the first thing to do when deciding to cruise is really to pick your favorite, pick which cruise line you think would fit your personality, your family lifestyle.
I have questions that weren't attended to. I don't think I was gone for a minute.
You don't think what?
I have questions, but I was
Oh,
gone. So if they were answered,
gotcha.
please tell me.
Yeah, no.
Katie says that she cruises Holland America, and I feel like you and her and I have chatted about this, but weren't they like bought out by another company? Holland America Cruises.
I'm not sure, but I will look it up.
While you're looking it up, I'm happy to report that MSC cruises, the MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company.
Ah,
So those are my first two questions. My third question is, out of all of these cruise lines, are you a Carnival girly? Is that which one you would pick? No. Oh, she said Holland is owned by Carnival. Got it.
okay. And I'm trying to be as professional about it as I can.
I'm already so proud of you.
Yeah. Now let me tell you, I book a ton of Carnival because we have a port right here in New Orleans. So I have a couple that they could, if they've been on so many cruises, they could book it themselves, but she's so sweet and she supports me and she lets me book her trips and I appreciate it. Cause I'm not going to be able to quit my day job booking Carnival. It just really depends. And I do feel so like I am super excited. We're going on Carnival Mardi Gras for Olivia's senior trip and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to experience a Carnival cruise ship leaving other places other than New Orleans. It's really, and I imagine that this happens on every cruise line. And I'm not like trying to down Carnival or the people that travel on Carnival. Any cruise line that you have, with the exception of Disney, I feel like, you know, anyone that you have like the 3 or 4 day cruises that are inexpensive, they get more crowded. There's more crowds there. There's people who can afford to go, people who are drinking heavy. And it just, you know, like it just becomes that environment. Josh and I don't really drink. Now, we'll have a drink or two when I'm on a cruise a day. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. I don't know. So like, but we're not the like party where we want to be in that kind of environment. Now I can tell you when we went on the Virgin Voyages cruise, my husband and I think it was our 15-year anniversary, maybe. No, because we did Carnival for that. I don't know. We did celebrate one of our anniversaries. We did the Virgin Voyages cruise. And like we went out to the bar that night and we're dancing. We have never done that in our whole marriage ever. We don't do that now. It was the one and done. But like, you know, so I mean, I don't mind the drinking. I don't mind things, but you know, like and then the buffet on Carnival sometimes because there's so many kids and it's not really controlled. I don't like buffets anyway, because and even if it's not just kids, people digging in the food just grosses me out.
Yeah, it's gross.
So it's just, no, I would not necessarily pick Carnival. However, every single Carnival cruise I've been on though has been fun. I would, if I had my choice, I would pick Virgin Voyages. That's my favorite cruise line. Now, I also haven't cruised Disney Cruise Line. So I'm doing that in January. So I may change my mind and be like, okay, now I'm spoiled. I'm going to have to go on Disney Cruise Line all the time.
We have to report back.
Yes.
Okay. Last question, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
For like first timers, is there like a destination you recommend tackling first? Like, this is my first cruise. Would you recommend I just go to the Bahamas? Would you recommend I take some like European excursions? Like, is there like a difference in like vibes and, you know, the skill set you need to travel to certain ones?
It really, so it kind of depends on the length, because the length of the cruise a lot of times will dictate where they go. Because the shorter cruises obviously are going to go places that are closer. So like, for instance, New Orleans, you're hitting Cozumel, you know, like if you're going to do a short cruise. Now the longer cruises, you can go like to the Bahamas, it'll go to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, things like that, Dominican Republic. But if you're leaving out of Florida or other places, then that changes kind of the destinations on where you want to go. So it really depends on, for the first time, if you want to try it out with a shorter cruise and see if you like it first, or if you're just going to go all in and do a 7-day cruise, you know, and kind of determine it from there. I wouldn't be, I mean, like Bahamas are always great. So I've probably been on maybe 10, because I'm gold status with Carnival. So that means I've been on a bunch of cruises. But like most of them were always Cozumel, Jamaica, Grand Cayman. So like now I don't want to go to those places anymore because I've been there so many times.
Yeah.
But now the last couple of cruises we've done, it's all strictly just been Bahamas. Except the one that we're going on in June actually goes to Amber Cove and Grand Turk. So I'm excited about that.
Oh.
Because that'll be different. So
yeah.
I think it's just, which will lead us into the next topic when we get there. It really just depends. There's a lot of things I think that you need to look at to kind of determine what's the best cruise to go on first.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. You were kind of reading my mind there towards the end with the whole maybe you just do like a 3-day head to whatever island the cruise line has just to kind of get the feel for it, make sure you like it before you embark on a longer journey there.
Yeah. Sorry, my child is texting me. She's gonna have to get her
That
dad.
is-
Yeah. She needs help.
oh man.
Yeah. Katie, I need to, because I'm pretty sure Katie did Mardi Gras, so I need to get some scoop from her.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Destiny is what we're doing, and I keep pointing, like people know I'm pointing at her texting. Yeah, the Destiny is what we're doing in January.
That'll be fun.
So it'll be fun. Yes. All right, we want to move on.
Let's move on. I have no further questions at this time.
Sweet. Okay, so what do you need to do before you book?
Have
First
a
thing.
passport.
No.
Oh.
Have a travel agent.
Follow Lori Talamo. Oh, I forgot it. Lori Talamo at mousecounselors.com.
Lori T.
That's what I said. Lori T at mousecounselors.com.
Oh, you said Lori Talamo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to tell her where her stuff is.
And also follow Lori on all the social media at, I don't know, Lori Talamo plans cool vacations and
Travel
can give
with
you the
Lori
best advice.
Talamo.
Yeah, that.
Yes. And all kidding aside, I know we kind of go back and forth on like using a travel agent. Of course, I want you to use a travel agent because I am a travel agent. But it's these kind of things, and that's one of the things. Like when I have new clients that haven't done a destination before, like we put a lot of thought and a lot of, I say we, good travel agents will put a lot of thought and a lot of work into giving you direction and giving you information. There's just like with any profession, you have some folks that, yes, they're just looking to book your trip and that's what you're going to get from them. But it takes so much. And like, I want my clients to have a good vacation. So obviously I don't book places that I'm not familiar with because I'm not going to send someone somewhere that I can't speak knowledgeable about. But having a travel agent, not only they will help you talk you through all of this stuff. And then if you've never cruised before, you don't know, like you may not know if you are in the front of the ship, that's where you're going to feel it the most and you may get sick. Or, like if you want a higher deck, the higher decks or lower decks, like there's a lot of things about early dining, late dining. So there's so much stuff that goes along with booking the cruise that it's great if you have someone that can kind of talk you through those things.
Yeah, Gabby's parents went on one this last, I think it was spring break. They went on a Carnival cruise and they loved it. So they immediately rebooked. Yeah. And they were trying to get us to go so bad, but we were so dedicated to those dang Disney annual passes, so we passed on it. But they were trying to explain like the logistics of like the inside room versus the ones with the patio, not a patio, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
Versus middle of the ship, the better decks and all this stuff. In my head was just spinning at that point. I was like, this is too much information. I gotta call Lori.
Yeah, it is a lot. And like, again, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're stuck on a ship especially if you're on a 7-day cruise and you're miserable. Like,
yeah,
that's why. And I know maybe I'm bougie, but now that I've had a balcony, I cannot ever cruise without a balcony. And I mean, yes, it's not the most expensive because if you're on Disney, you have concierge rooms or you have suites and things like that. But it's something that I splurge on because there are times when we just want to sit on our balcony and just listen to the waves. And we don't want to go, like, it's our relaxation moment. So some people may not even think of it that way, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to be in my cabin that much, I just want an inside cabin. Well, you think that, but if you're on a cruise for 7 days, you're going to want some time where you're just chilling in your room.
Yeah.
Not saying that some people love inside cabins, that's perfect, but having someone talk you through and explain all the different things, so that way you're not just booking something and going in blind.
I feel like Katie is an inside cabin kind of gal, even with her weekday or week-long cruises. I'd be curious to see how she feels about
Some
them.
people, I have a group of like 10 cabins that are sailing the same time as us, but they're sailing out of New Orleans, and there's a bunch of them that took inside cabins and they cruised before. So I'm like, well, like also
Yeah.
Josh and I don't hang out a lot at the pool because you know how I am about pools. So, but if you're, like people that are generally going to be like hanging out on the pool, hanging out on the deck at the pool or doing those kind of things, then they're really not going to be in their room all the time. And so it makes sense to save money, get an inside cabin, and then, spend it on something else. But I'm just the opposite. I'd rather have the balcony and then just be able to chill, get some coffee delivered to the cabin in the morning, drink my coffee on the balcony and just chill is exactly what I'm looking forward to in 2 weeks.
Is room service complimentary?
It depends. There are some like coffee services that you can get, and it's all kind of like cruise line specific. But then there are some things that you can pay, like you can charge and pay for it to get delivered.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
I kind of went into some of the points. The ocean view. Yeah. It's cool. Like on Disney Cruise Line, they have some inside cabins that have like a fake porthole, and it's like got videos and stuff that'll play. So it almost feels like you're outside. Now, if somebody wanted to take me on a cruise and it was free and they were like, hey, but I got you an inside cabin, I would take it. I'm not gonna decline it.
Beggars can't be choosers, yeah.
Right. Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, so I kind of went into picking the right cabin category too. So just like picking the same cruise line, the perfect cruise line for you, you want to pick the perfect cabin. That way you make sure that you're comfortable. And then, depending on the sizes, like the inside cabins sometimes are a lot smaller. And so they're already kind of small. So you may be limited on space too. So if not me, find the right travel agent for you. And they will help talk you through all of these. But it would be me because I'm perfect.
Judge you.
Yes, I will judge you if you don't pick
Lori
me.
Talamo. Lori T.
At Mouse Council. Now, okay, so I do have 2 emails. I don't really use the other one, but we have a sister company because, of course, Mouse Counselors was developed mainly when the agency was mostly Disney. We do have like a sister company now. It's called Counselors Travel, which a lot of folks use that aren't so Disney focused because the name kind of like, ties you to that. People don't realize. So Counselor Lori T at Counselors Travel also is by email, but it's just easier to use one. Anyway.
It's your burner email.
My burner email. Yes. So a lot of things we talked about too is you want to make sure there's some cruise lines that some things are included, and then there's cruise lines where some things aren't. And now I didn't go into all the details and research because that's why you got to call me to get all my scoop instead of giving all my tips away right now. But like when we went on a Virgin Voyages cruise, like the internet, tips, everything was included. So when you pay the price, the price is the price. They have changed now, and they have different levels and stuff. And so, for the most part, what's included when you book in a cruise is your cabin and the food that's included. There's some free food that's included, like the main dining room where you can eat. Like they'll have the buffet areas, things like that. And like mostly like juices and waters. There's some cruise lines where you have to pay for sodas, or you have to pay for like specialty coffees. All of them you have to pay for your drinks pretty much, unless you got some kind of promotion or package that included it. But yeah, so
Is the package worth
Wi-Fi.
it?
Okay, so I don't really, and this is later on, but we'll talk about it now since we're talking.
Oh,
on
sorry.
packages.
No, if it's
No.
later,
no.
it can wait.
It's in the next segment, but it kind of all ties together, so we can just kind of run them together really. It depends. So like, okay, so for instance on Carnival, you get 15 drinks a day on the drink package. Like I think it's like $70 a day per person. So, and you have to pay for it for the whole trip, and you have to pay for it for every adult in your cabin. So I can tell you, like I said earlier, like Josh and I may drink. Well, Josh doesn't drink at all. Uh-oh. My whole screen just went. Okay, my screen disappeared.
You're good.
Yeah, so Josh doesn't drink. So there's no way. There's no way I'm going to drink 15 drinks in one day. So it's not worth it for me. To me, I don't understand drinking 15 drinks a day.
That's
so I don't know
many.
who it's worth it for. But there are people who will start drinking early in the morning and do it. So they're not all 15 drinks a day, I guess. So but sometimes too, like so like when you get off the ship, like when we were at for Virgin Voyages, when we got off at their private island in Bimini, like everything there was included. So I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't see how 15 drinks a day. But if you're going to drink 15 drinks a day, yes, it's worth it, because it's probably like 15. I would say it's probably like 10 to 15 bucks a drink, I would imagine.
Wow.
Depending on what you get. You know, like I like the pina coladas or things like that. So of course the frozen ones. But yeah, you know, so $70 a day. If you're going to drink $70 a day worth, then, you know, I guess it's worth it, but I can't imagine it.
I'm trying to do the math on 70 drinks. $70 a day. Gosh, my computer. For 15 drinks is $4.60 per drink.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that the drinks that are included on the package aren't all the drinks that are on the menu. Like I would, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure, like when you have the drink package, you can get anything.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it is worth it if you can drink that much.
Yeah, I was gonna pull up,
but that does feel like a lot.
Yeah,
JT
I'm just like
the Carnival package aren't worth it to her.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it just kind of depends. Again, it goes back to picking the cruise line, you know, seeing what things like even the Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is pretty expensive too. Like I just paid, and I hate to even say it, I paid $148 for Olivia to have the social.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, to have the social internet package. So she'll be able to get on like TikTok and all of her stuff. I paid a little bit more for me. I think mine was like $170, but that's so that I can check my emails and stuff so I can stay in touch with. Like I have Bethany and I are going to kind of back each other up while we're on our cruises, so we don't hopefully have to work, but I always want to stay in touch with clients just in case if I get something. Yeah, so I think it was like together wild. Was like almost $400 for her. And then I bought her the Bubbles package. So the Bubbles package on Carnival that's where you can drink soft drinks. And that was like $10 a day, I think. So it was $400 for her to have that and for us to both have internet, which is crazy. Josh just like, I don't want it. So
no,
he's like, I'm unplugging.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. So the other things that aren't included when you're pricing it out initially, you got to think about, like port fees and taxes, and then excursions if you want to do anything off the ship, which I am proud to say we are no longer swimming with the pigs. So I'm excited about
Oh
that.
man.
We changed that one. Hallelujah. Something's happening out there. Yeah, so there's, like when you're looking online now, of course, once you go through the process of booking, it'll tally everything up, and it'll have like the taxes, and if you decide to add gratuities or if you decide to add travel protection, it will then be there, but not when you're first looking. Because I've had a client before like reach out to me like, hey, you quoted me this much, but when I pull it up, I see this much. I'm like, yeah, but you have to go through the whole process and get to the very end and see like all the extra things that aren't showing when you just kind of searching initially. But again, good reason why to use a travel agent. It's also good to understand like your payments. There's a deposit that you'll pay when you initially book the cruise. And then, just like Disney vacations, you have 30 days before. Cruise lines, it just kind of depends on, I don't know if you realize what's going on. You was gone. It just depends on when you have to pay it. Some you pay 60 days before, some you may pay 90 days before. So it's all dependent on the cruise line. But yeah, so make sure you're aware of the hidden fees. And then we've already talked about picking the right cabin. What else did we talk about? How many days? Again, how many days is dependent on, if it's your first time, if you want to kind of go, I don't know, like to me, 3 days isn't really like enough to kind of get the feel of cruising. But like,
Really?
I don't know. Yeah. Cause it's like you
Why?
almost kind of I feel like you almost kind of get the hang of what's going on. And then it's like, oh, it's over now. I mean, like I know, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends. Like Disney has some 3-day cruises. I think that would be fun. But yeah, you're only going to get to Olivia. She's just said, I think Dad might kill the dogs. I forgot what I was going to say. It threw me off. Anyway, yeah, it depends. But again, if you're leery of being out on the water, you're leery of cruising, then you may not want to do 7 days.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise, and I get motion sick. So my thought is that like I do a 3-day to see if I can handle it before I did anything more.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are just going to be a little, because they're probably not going to go. You'll probably get 1 day off the ship. So it'll be like 1 sea day, get off the ship, and then another sea day. So yeah. Those are going to be party ones too, unless you're going on Disney. So just be prepared.
The 3-day ones are party ones?
I mean, it depends on the cruise line, but unless you're on a Disney cruise, and I don't think Disney's ever like a party one, but let's see.
I cannot imagine spending more than like 7 nights on a cruise, and people are out here going on like 2-3 week cruises.
I know. Yeah, 7 days long. Like 5 is good for me. Because the Virgin Voyages cruise we did was 5 days, and I'm like, this was good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the 7 one was not bad, and I can't remember. So, because we're going out of Orlando, so we have. I think we have 1 sea day, and then we have maybe Celebration Key is first, which is Carnival's Island. Then maybe another sea day, and then the port days. I don't know. I like having the sea days at the beginning. Like if we were sailing out of New Orleans, I like to have the sea days in the beginning, get to the ports, and then get home. Josh is the opposite. He likes having the sea days kind of at the end, so that way you have time to kind of relax before you get back home. So it just kind of depends on how it works out.
Yeah, I guess I've never truly thought about like the logistics of like sea days and island days and stuff like that.
Yep. So, ready to move on? What we got?
Let's do it.
Yeah, which I feel like we've talked about a lot of these in between, but the planning phase that no one really warns you about is what we titled it. We talked about the drink packages, if it's worth it, the Wi-Fi, kind of same thing. It just depends on if you need to stay in touch or if you don't care to stay in touch. I told Olivia today she needs to make sure she gets the WhatsApp on her phone because that's going to be the only way she'll be able to text people is through the WhatsApp.
Mhm.
And so a lot of people now, like when you're off the island, as long as you have off the ship on the island, if you have that on your cell service, then you can text regularly. But if not, you're going to want to have the WhatsApp. Booking excursions. I am not adventurous enough. I've done it before where I've booked an excursion outside of the cruise line. Like of course, I think it's Cozumel. There's Mr. Sancho's beach. A lot of people do that. And so the cruise that we went on with my stepdad and my whole family, there was a ton of us. We got like a little private vans and we went to Mr. Sancho's beach. It was fine. However, I'm too scary now. Like I don't want it because you see all those pier runners and people getting left behind. If anything happens, and like if the van that took you broke down, Carnival doesn't care. Virgin doesn't care. The cruise lines do not care. Like
That's
if you didn't
crazy.
if you didn't book the excursion through them, they will leave you. However, if you book your excursion through the cruise line and something happens, they're gonna wait. Like it's but if you're like on a private or if you go to Senior Frogs and you just decide to party it up and keep drinking and don't get back to the ship on time, you'll be the one running back and they're not going to wait for you. But
that is crazy to me.
Yeah. So I'm just I don't know. And then the way that things are happening in the world and different places depending on where you go. To me I always rather play it safe and stick with booking an excursion through the cruise line. Now, if clients, want to book it on their own, I don't help them with that. Like, if you're comfortable and you want to book something outside of it, I mean, there are other companies that we can book them through, like Project Expedition, things like that. But it's not through the cruise line, so it's a little bit different. And I know some of my TA friends may do that. It's just not something that I've done, and so I'm kind of like, just pick the Carnival ones or the Virgin ones.
Yeah. I'd be terrified to not pick a Carnival one at that point.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm too scary now. Like I don't think I could do it. And especially too because you're getting in transportation that could just be random,
Right, exactly.
And so it's like I'd rather not risk my life or my kids' lives and just
Scary.
Yeah, and you don't have to do excursions. You can always a lot of times you can just get off the ship. They'll have like little shopping areas or like depending the one that we went on with Braden when we got off in Key West, we did an excursion, but we really didn't have to. We could have just got off the ship and just walked into the little shopping areas and then came back. Or you could stay on the ship. It's less crowded. Sometimes if you stay on the ship, you'll get like spa appointments that are cheap. They're trying to get people to book to stay on the ship. So you can get some specials. But one thing, if you're going to book an excursion, although I just changed ours this week, it's good to book them in advance too, especially if it's ones that are hard to get because, they could typically sell out. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you're staying on like a newer ship or, a ship that has a lot that you want to do, it's smarter to just stay on the ship and do whatever.
Yeah, for two of the ports, I didn't like for Grand Turk and for Amber Cove, I didn't book. No, Amber Cove I did. Celebration Key and Grand Turk, I didn't book anything. Well, for Grand Turk, we're just going to get off and go to the beach because like I want them to see the water in the island. So and then Celebration Key, I'm like, we could just kind of do the same thing, go walk, and then but they do have the coaster that's on the Mardi Gras that I want to try. I'm thinking I'm going to try it. We'll see when I get there and actually see it. And I do want to do the water slide, but that's still questionable because we know how I am with the water. So
Do they cost extra?
I think so. Not the
Sounds
water
about
slide,
right.
but I think the coaster does. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Olivia's like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, "Wait, we're going to do it at
It's an
least once.
experience. Yeah.
Right. We got to.
How much does it
So,
cost?
I don't know. I mean, I'm scared to look. I'll figure it out when I get there.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's
Wait.
probably yeah. Also like online check-in and boarding, which I have to get my documents ready because I have to do my online check-in in tomorrow night. It's like it really depends, like people because it opens at midnight. And I'm like, you know what? Am I really gonna get up and try to do my online check-in at midnight to get an earlier time? I mean, does it matter what time you get on a ship? Like, I don't really care if I get on at 1 versus getting on at 11, because
You're not gonna believe how much it costs.
oh God, what?
It is $15.
Oh, I thought you was about to say 50. I was like, holy crap.
No,
$15
but
for
still,
one
that's a lot
ride?
of money. $15 gets you 2 laps.
Oh wow. I'm gonna do it.
I know
I'll go live and you can watch me.
Yes, please. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, so online check-in usually happens at midnight for whatever reason. It's crazy. If you absolutely because we're staying in a hotel the night before, we got to check out at 11. But I don't know. Like I'm kind of debating on maybe getting a little bit later. I feel like too, if you get a later boarding time, it's not going to be as crazy because people, for whatever reason, want to get on a ship so early. So like the earlier times, it's going to be crowded. But you have to make sure and I don't know that I put this in my notes anywhere. Even though you don't, so if it's a closed loop cruise, which means you're leaving and coming back into the States, you don't have to have a passport, except Virgin Voyages requires passport unless they changed it. I don't know that they have. However, if something happens and you got stuck in one of these countries, you're going to want to have a passport because to fly back home, you'll need, it's not a requirement for the cruise, but it's a requirement to fly from some countries. Yeah. So we have them. You have to have at least 6 months left. It can't expire within 6 months from your travel day. So make sure, you check your passport. It's going to be valid. You need to have all of that and your IDs ready when it is time to do your online check-in. So you want to make sure, and I'm thinking like right now, as I'm saying this, I know what my passport is. I hope Josh has the kids' passports because I don't have Olivia's passport. And then you got to upload photos. So you want to make sure like when it gets before that, like leading up to it, which is a good thing about having a travel agent because I have documents and emails that I go out and like, hey, your online check-in is in so many days. Make sure you have all of these documents. Again, it's not like if you forget, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get on a ship. You're just going to get a later time, which to me doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. You're going to be on a ship for 7 days. So a couple of hours delayed in getting on is not that difficult. What else? Carry on mistakes. Did I move on to the next one without even really saying anything? I think I did.
I don't know.
Yes, I did, but that's all right. We're just gonna roll with it. Because it's I just realized it's an hour, so we need to whip through it. All right.
All good.
Yes.
This is all really good information for what it's worth. My mind hasn't even like thought of all these things that you're talking about.
Yeah. So you can, you can give the porter your bags and they'll take your bags to your cabin for you. Most of the times the cabin is not ready when you first get on the ship. That's because everybody getting off the ship has to get off and they have to clean them and make sure everything's done. So if you want to, you're free to use everything. So if you want to swim, if you want to do things like that, make sure you keep like your bathing suit, things that you will need to change into and like a little carry-on. This time, since we're flying there, I'm going to have to check bags. So I will probably give the porters my bags because I'm going to probably have two suitcases in a backpack, since it's going to be for a whole week. But yeah, so we'll do that. So on your carry-on bag, you want to make sure like you keep any kind of medicine, anything that you need, because even if your room is ready, say at 2:00, you might not get your bags till 5. One thing too is when you whatever you wear on the ship, you can wear that to dinner that night. There's not a requirement for changing clothes or anything like that. So because a lot of people, I guess, may not have their luggage depending on what time they eat. So anything valuable, anything like that, keep it in your carry-on. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's the most important to hit on. Travel insurance. And
yes,
I shouldn't admit it, but I will admit it. There's a lot of times, mainly for Disney trips, I'm like, I don't need travel protection, so I don't get it. After my last trip, I will rethink that now. Because when my flights kept getting canceled and canceled and canceled, I had to spend another night in a hotel room. My flight was changed, and thank God I had travel insurance because I got refunded for the extra expenses that I didn't know I was going to have. But what's also good too is that it also make sure you get a good policy. We have a partnership with Travel Insured. I have an affiliate link. Also happy to help people. We can't tell you what things will be covered because we're not insurance agents, but we can help you pick the right policy. But you want to make sure you get one that's going to cover like any medical expenses or things like that. Because if you get hurt on the ship, very expensive. On Braden Senior Cruise, yes, we had somebody who got food poisoning and was in, like, she got delayed getting off the ship for a while, and her medical expenses were outrageous for getting treated.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it can help with, like if anything gets canceled or, it's just very important. So I highly recommend having travel protection. Yeah, and there's so much stuff. I'll run off some really quick things that I have on my little list of things to pack, like motion sickness medicine, other meds that you might need. Portable chargers are important. Magnetic hooks, because there's not a lot of storage space. So we put magnetic hooks all along the cabin, and like we'll hang like our like pajamas if we're going to wear them more than one time, or different things. You can hang them on there. A refillable water bottle if you want to carry that around. Swimwear, sunscreen on a cruise ship is so expensive. So
I remember you telling me that.
Yes, make sure you bring your own sunscreen. Don't overpack. Like I literally pack for the days that I know I'm on the ship. I'll have a bathing suit and a cover up, and then I'll have something to wear for dinner that night. And then the days that I'm going off the ship, pretty much the same thing: bathing suit and a cover up. Like I don't pack a ton of extra stuff. Like I bring one pair of black shoes, one pair of tan shoes. That way, whatever outfit I'm wearing, I have something to wear. I don't bring multiple shoes because it just takes up so much space.
I was told that it's good to bring like power. Obviously, only certain ones are allowed, but like power strips and plugs with like multiple outlets in it, because there's not a lot of like plugins.
Yes, you can't. If it has a surge protector on it, they will take it. And I've just seen recently, and it's just because, so I haven't cruised since I've been a travel agent. All of my cruises have been before. So I'm really kind of looking at it differently and seeing, what would I recommend to clients to kind of change the way I'm doing things. And I've recently saw that so you really need to check and make sure. So like if it has like extra plugs, like that would go in the wall, I don't know what they call beside a plug. I've heard that they started confiscating those. So like make sure it's just like something that you can plug like your electronics into, like your phone chargers or Apple Watch chargers, things like that. I don't know if it's across all cruise lines or if it's even valid, or it also depends on who you get in security at the time. It's right, kind of subjective sometimes. But yeah, they definitely, so I have one that has multiple USB and USB-C plugs that I bring, so that way we can all plug in our different stuff, because they don't have a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more stuff, but I feel like it's probably a lot to keep going. So
I don't think so. I think the motion sickness prep is really important because that is what everyone's concerned about. That's what my main concern is. And all the motion sickness girlies out there.
gotcha. Okay, yeah, it's really important to understand too, like where in the ship. So I always book midship. The midship is where you're going to feel the least amount of movement. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and then it like if you research it, it says lower decks as well. I've always done like mid or a little bit higher, and I feel okay there. So I get car sick a lot, but the only times I've really gotten sick on the cruise ship is when it's really rough, like when the waters are rough,
Like
choppy. I've had a time or two where I've kind of was like, okay, this is enough. Like I had to go and get medicine before. So now I just bring stuff with me.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, so to be safe, I wouldn't go like to the top decks. Although when I go on the Destiny, I'm on deck 10. Actually, I think on a Mardi Gras too. Yeah, but Mardi Gras is really tall because I think it goes up to like 15 or 16.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you want to kind of stay centralized and not too far. A lot of people wear the patches. I'm a little hesitant on the patches because I feel like once that kind of gets in your system, it's got to work its way out. So if you have a reaction to it, like my in-laws, I'm pretty sure the patches made them feel worse. I would not try anything. Okay,
Really?
don't try anything new on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
If you're going to try something,
Definitely.
try it at home to see how you react and how you feel to it, even though you may not, like have the motion sickness. Ginger chews are very good to kind of help with the nausea. What was I going to say?
What about the C bands? Are those any good?
I almost got one. So our good friend Jimmy Horn over in the Disney Nerds podcast, they have, they posted a link to a C band that they recommended. I almost got it, but it was a little pricey, so I didn't. But I've heard that they're good. But I'm pretty sure Katie mentioned one that she got on Amazon that works very well. I think it's
I remember that.
like if it puts the pressure on your wrist, I believe, that's supposed to help. I take Bonine.
They look
Like,
super nerdy.
Yeah. But hey, if you're prone to sickness, then definitely want to make sure because you don't want to be miserable and be sick.
Yeah. Oh, elevator. I didn't think about elevators making it worse because not only are you moving up and down, you're also moving side to side. And
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. And I probably shouldn't tell you this since you never cruised, but funny story. The very first cruise that Josh and I went on. So my mom and I had went on a cruise. The first night we leaving out of New Orleans, we leaving out going into the, I don't know, whatever, the water and the river. I guess they made like a wrong, I don't know. I can't remember what what the captain did, made a hard turn or something. And the whole ship, like literally was doing like this. Dishes were crashing. Our waiter like took off and went running. So we're about to, like Titanic, we're about to die.
Yeah.
And so when he finally leveled out and he came back and we were like, dude, like you just took off running. Like you didn't even tell us what the heck to do. Like just left us lingering.
Yeah.
And then explained, that it was like, I guess something the way they turned, but I was like, oh, this is great. We're about to die. So that's only happened to me once. And I was pregnant for Brayden on that cruise. And so that was 21 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So your room is not going to be ready. Pack your patience, wait for your room, and you'll get in there when you can. Be nice to your room steward. This is a good tip. So even though like tips may be included, like if you prepaid your tips, I always bring some extra cash. As soon as I meet them, Give them $20, $30, $40. They will take care of you. Extra. Anything you need. You need extra towels. You need ice, whatever. Like, just, these people are working away from their families most of the time. Some of them have, small kids and wives and husbands, and they're sending money back home. And so I always try to treat them a little extra special. And I mean, like, $30 to me is nothing, but to them, it's a lot, and again, they will,
Yeah.
they'll take care of you. So that's
Definitely.
always a good tip.
I agree.
And the bartenders too. Hit them up with a good tip. They'll remember you when you come back.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any advice for me if I want to save like 27 pool chairs at 7 a.m.?
Not allowed.
Illegal.
You can try.
Banned.
Yeah, you can try. But a lot of times, like, if the stuff is sitting there for too long, then they're gonna pick it up.
They'll just take it.
Now,
yeah.
I mean, I say that. I mean, I've seen sometimes where people's stuff will be sitting on the chairs for a while, but if it starts getting packed and there's like no seats and your stuff is sitting there for hours and hours, they'll probably move it.
Yeah. Don't be that person.
Don't be that person.
Yeah. All right.
Any more questions?
I don't think so. I think I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
That was so informative, and I feel like I know. So I feel like I could give a dissertation on cruising because you just did such a fantastic job on covering everything. I learned things that I never would have thought of tonight. So thank you.
I like when it's. You're welcome. I like when it's a topic that I know about, that I can talk. Makes me feel like I'm a little bit into this. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why we keep
most of the
you
time
around.
I don't.
Yeah.
Good times.
I have Callie's hair in my mouth.
Isn't that nice? No.
Yeah.
You just remind me I have to sleep with 3 dogs tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. Once again, Lori, thank you for that overview. That was so incredibly informative.
Fun. Does it make you want to go on a cruise now?
Yeah, and Katie's gone, but she said you need to get me on a cruise instead of going to a Disney park.
Yes.
I'll consider it at this point.
Sweet. Sounds fun.
Yeah. This episode will drop on Tuesday. First thing Tuesday morning when you wake up, it'll be there. Go follow us on social media. We're live on TikTok at Going Beyond the Castle. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Those are the places that you're going to find us more frequently. Feel free to jump in the comments to chat. Katie was here earlier. We love being able to chat with you guys and kind of steer the conversation and not just read points and things like that from a list. And we like to navigate from what we set out to talk about. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. We look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday, where I don't really know what we're going to talk about. Do you remember what we're going to talk about next week?
Well, the one that's on the list is a little questionable. So
I know which one it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. So.
Yeah. If you're looking for more Going Beyond the Castle, we are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. Or everywhere you can find a podcast, you're most likely going to find Going Beyond the Castle out there. We're live every Thursday nights at 7:30, right here on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Yeah, I think that's it. Lori, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week, and have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.